Hey everyone, welcome to Bible Talk with Amory. Going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making a quick series of videos. I'm going to keep them to about 5 to 10 minutes. And the first one I want to talk about is Bible predictions. This one, Solomon Says. I want to talk about something interesting that's happening. There's a couple of articles that came out about mind reading machines. But first I want to get into the verse. It's on your screen if you're watching on YouTube. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 20. I'm reading from the King James Version. It says, "Curse not the king, no, not in thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter." Now, this is very interesting to me. When I first read this, when I read the Bible, I didn't understand what this meant. But as I started to kind of look at it again, I started to see that the Bible was actually making a prediction. And it's interesting because now we actually can understand what's happening as we see these articles coming out. Now, the Bible tells us that Solomon was the smartest man that ever was and that ever will be, according to Scripture. Now, look at this. This is in the Daily Mail. It's called "Mind Reading Software Could Eavesdrop on Your Secret Inner Voice. System can decode brain activity." Oh, just a second. Let me go back to that. So system can decode brain activity that creates the voice in our head, can learn to translate this into words, could give a voice to the locked in. Very interesting. So basically, if you read this article, you just find it on the Daily Mail. What's going on? Basically, they taught a machine how to actually translate words, and they successfully were able to do this with at least one or a few words. Okay, so definitely check this out. Now, we know with any type of technology, it can be used for good and it can be used for bad, for nefarious purposes. Solomon is telling us that the king and the rich are the people not to curse, okay? And this is interesting because right now we're in a very interesting political environment where we realize that we're facing a sort of a fascist type of economy and type of system, government where rich people were billionaires. You look at people like Bernie Sanders and even billionaire Donald Trump, who are talking about how billionaires are stealing the election. They're running their country. The rich are doing everything. And the rich are the ones who are in control of this technology. This is what's so interesting. But these rich are also abetted with the government. Okay. Here's another article. NSA devises radio pathway into computers. Basically, this article now, the NSA is basically found a way to hack into people's computers using radio waves. That's it, radio waves. Your computer does not have to be connected to the internet. Okay, so notice what Solomon says in Ecclesiastes chapter 20. He says, chapter 10, verse 20, he says, "For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter." So he's saying it's something in the air. It's in the air, but you notice the Bible doesn't just come out and say it's the internet, because it can't tell you what the internet is before the internet has been invented. So it's using language that he's trying to describe it the best way he can without giving it away. But he's describing it he's saying a bird of the air. So something, it's in the air. Now, these are radio waves. Radio waves are in the air. Signals are in the air. And it's interesting how God showed Solomon what would happen. So basically, he's telling us not to curse these people. And there's a reason why, because they will find out. And that's what's been happening. You look at the case with Rupert Murdoch. He's the CEO of News Corp, New York Times. He even mentioned in a case that you know, a lot of these hacks and newspaper hacks and cell phone hacks have been used for corporate espionage. All right, here's another article, CNN Money, how the NSA can turn on your phone remotely. This is interesting, but what's happening is that they can't really turn your phone on, but what they can do is they can make your phone appear as if it's off. And if you really did turn it off, they can actually turn it back on. They can turn your phone on. And when you look at the iPhone, let's say the iPhone, for example, the iPhone, the battery cannot be removed. Okay, so even if you wanted to take the battery out so that this couldn't happen, it's impossible. So they can turn the phone on and they can track it. But anyway, these systems can still be defeated by putting the phone in a special type of case which blocks out the signal. And they sell those online. But basically what I'm showing you here is how the Bible got it right. The Bible made this prediction. And this is powerful. There are a lot of things like this in the Bible. I'm going to start to point them out. I'm going to do some more videos in the future about this. But I want to show my listeners that the Bible is a very interesting book that is able to show us the future. And we have this in prophecy. We have a lot of prophecy in the Bible for those who are interested in the Bible that will actually show you what is happening, what's going to happen, and there's a lot more coming. Check out some of the other videos on my site. Anyway, this is Amory with Bible Talk. Definitely check out our Bible app. You can download our Bible app from the Google Play Store. Just type in Bible Talk, one word, with Amory, Amery. And the Bible is a King James Cambridge edition, and it's an audio Bible. The written text is the Cambridge edition, and then the audio Bible is a regular KJV. And it's free for download, and it's free to use. And go ahead and use that and enjoy that Bible, that resource, that free resource. Anyway, this is Amory with Bible Talk, and thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.